Hello. You went
Hi.
quiet for a second, right when it started recording.
Again, it didn't tell me you're recording, so I
Well,
don't. The validity of
we're 12
recording.
seconds in, sir. I don't
It
lie
doesn't.
about
It's not
timestamps. You know
telling me. It's
this.
not. It's not telling me. It
You
usually
know I
gives me
don't
the
lie
warning.
about these timestamps.
I'm telling you, Skype usually gives me the legal warning to let me know that you are recording me
Skype
against
doesn't
my
give a
will.
fuck about your legal issues anymore.
Not anymore. Skype's out to destroy, man. They don't care. They don't care about anything.
Skype is now Skynet.
Skype is Skynet. Welcome to SkypeNet.
SkypeNet.
Yeah, what is
Powered
what's
by
that?
Microsoft.
I knew it all along. Fucking Bill Gates. It was me. It's like, look, we're not
It
surprised.
was
We
it
kind of saw
was
that
me,
coming.
Tim Cook. It was me all along.
It's like nobody'd be surprised either if that was the case. If it was goddamn Bill Gates behind it all. It's like, yeah, we kind of figured it was.
Yeah.
Nobody's shocked, Bill Gates. Nobody.
Nobody.
But what's going on, brother?
Shit, dude. I mean, we already broke our 1 week rule.
But that was for reasons.
That was
Because reasons.
That was because of personal reasons. We'll just
Personal reasons. Yeah. There's a there's a witness. There's a couple witnesses to it, including a clipboard that can talk about those reasons.
rest in peace, clipboard. Rest in
Yeah,
peace, my innocence that week.
yeah, it was a rough week. And I don't think there's a couple people who observed this personal matter who I don't think they're the same either right now. I think they're semi scarred from the whole thing.
Trent
That's
and
all
I
right.
went on a break. We didn't
Yeah,
really make any other friends during that time. We just went on a break.
it was quite the defining moment. Quite the defining moment. If I do say so myself, it
It
was an interesting week.
it literally took what, like 5 minutes after a text message to make up or some shit.
Probably.
It was.
And it's like, look, you don't got time to. Who's got time? Life's going on, folks. There's no time to. Life's
I
too
ex-
short.
I did something Trent never expected. I stayed quiet.
You did stay quiet. This fucking motherfucker never shuts up. Stay quiet, which was very strange, very odd. I didn't expect that. But
Yeah.
anyway, we're I think everything's back semi back to normal here. You know, it's pretty much back to normal. I think Nate's still a little scarred. I don't think he knows what's going on right now, and he's wondering
Oh,
why are
Nate's
they.
gonna find out through this podcast because we haven't said shit.
Yeah, poor Nate. It's
Fuck. I want to keep Nate's innocence though.
Nate's innocence is intact. Let's not worry about it. I think Nate bounces back. Referee Nate Speckman, he bounces back pretty fast. But speaking of bouncing back, welcome back to everybody to the Backstage Boys podcast, episode number 48. This is Treadlaw, my co-host,
Basil.
and we are back here to talk a couple things: AAW defining moment breakdown, our relationship breakdown,
Shit.
my, my my clipboards breakdown. You
That
know,
was a smash.
that was a smash.
That
That was
was
a
a
smash
smash of
hit.
success.
Lots going on. It's a busy week. Wrestling. We're not going to get into all this shit, right? Wrestling's got so much stuff going on. Everybody's talking about AEW, NXT, Impact X. All this stuff's happening. WWE sucking. You name it, they're talking about it. But we're not going to talk about that stuff because everybody's talking about it. So if everyone's talking about it, nobody's talking about it. So we're going to talk a little different. We're going to go in a different direction. We're going to talk AEW because what the hell? Indies need some shine too, and that's what we're involved in. Yeah,
Yeah,
agreed.
I'm involved everywhere. I'm a whore.
Listen, I've been meeting more and more listeners of ours, people who have been listening to our stuff in person. It's amazing the people coming across and like they're just coming up to us and introducing themselves. I thought that's cool, man. It's fun. It's a lot of fun when people tell you they listen to you and you're like, oh shit, really? That's
Why?
awesome. No, I'm like it's
No,
just like
I would go up to them and be like, "Why?"
well, because I don't ever go up to podcasters I listen to and tell them, like I don't end up doing it, but it's very humbling when people do that. You're like,
I
man,
mean,
like,
I listen to Chris Jericho and Steve Austin, so I really can't just like go up to them per se.
what's up, guys? How's it going? Decent show. You kind of been sucking though last few months.
No, no lie, I was super afraid to go up to Jericho when he was solo. Like there was like a 2 minute period at All Out where I could have like introduced myself to him,
You're like,
but like
hey, buddy.
I haven't felt starstruck from a wrestler in years. Like it's been years, and I've met a lot of people, and like
Mm-hmm.
DDP, like I just went up to DDP. I was like, "Yo, what up, brother?"
What's up,
You,
bro? Hey, bro,
yo, bro, DDP, why?
did you got your yoga DVDs yet, bro? And you're like, I know somebody who does. Does that count, DDP? Bro, I can get you a great deal.
But I recorded Jericho. I was standing in front of Jericho for a solid 10 minutes recording him.
It's pronounced Jericho.
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 Right.
Le Champion.
Le Champion. Goddamn, man. He said did he ever find that belt?
Yeah, they found it. They found it like 12 hours later.
Oh, the one he lost.
Yeah, they found that
Quote,
one.
quote unquote lost. Did he really lose it? Did
Yeah,
somebody steal it and feel guilty? Who knows?
I think someone felt guilty, left it
Yeah.
on the side of the road because they know they would have been like it's not like
Who would have found out though? You know what I
the
mean? Like
issue
if
is there's no replica belts of that title yet. So it's like
some guy, some guy
if you were
shows up.
walking around with that belt anywhere, I would be like, "Yo, dude, that's like the only one." Well, there's two. From what I heard, there's two.
It'd be
But
funny if
still,
like some dude just like these like marks come to shows wearing belts and he's like, "Hey, where'd you get that AEW belt?" I got it
uh,
on high spots. High spots or
eBay.
something.
So some random dude found it on the side of the street and was trying to sell it. He's like, I think this is a replica title. If anybody wants it for like $200, you can just come take it. And then not knowing he had a $30,000 championship. That
So
yeah,
stupid.
dude, $30,000 for that belt.
So what a fucking like it's so ridiculous. The whole thing is ridiculous. Goddamn. You know who won though in that whole thing? Longhorn goddamn Steakhouse. That's who won.
No, I'm sure everyone didn't want to go there and get their belts stolen from their pants. Everyone who would normally leave their belts off when they're eating in their car, took their belts in with them, and they
Always
ate
fucking nasty.
less. And they ate less because they had their belts on.
The fuck? It's so
I don't know
ridiculous.
how I came up with that just now.
What the fuck are
I'm
you talking
completely
about,
sober,
man?
I swear to God.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Well, I don't know what we're saying there, but let's talk a defining moment. It was a big show, Basil. There was a lot going on in this show actually. I don't think I got enough credit for how much was going on this one. I mean, we had the mystery man reveal, we had a title change, we had a farewell, we had debuts. I mean, if you really think about it, like this was a very busy show, man. A lot going on.
This was a sleeper show.
Definitely. I think defining moment every year ends up being that. Because it's like it never you're always like it's either because there's it's usually always before the tournament and not then it's been after the tournament. So it's like I think people like the mindset's always the tournament. And like you kind of forget the defining moment's a good show.
Yeah, it
And
was a fantastic show.
actually, I mean, really looking at this is what I highly recommend for people to go back and watch. Um, 10 matches, the 10 match Danny Daniels special, 10, 10, 10. Let's go down the list a little bit. Let's give a few thoughts. Don't have to go too in depth. We'll talk about the big stuff though. But opened up Basil, Clayton Gainz, Sean Higgins. I don't know who Sean Higgins is, but Clayton Gainz beat him in 4 minutes, 21 seconds. I felt good way to get Clayton start getting some momentum behind Clayton Gainz. And this guy I think is always he's ready, man. I think Clayton's ready for a proper push somewhere. I don't think he gets enough credit, but I think he's ready. What do you think?
I like it. I mean, we've been having him and Ace as a pairing together. Um, but I feel like can go on his own. I mean, he's a solid singles wrestler over at PW Revolver. So I don't feel, and then at House of Hardcore, he's also a singles guy. So I feel like it's wouldn't be a bad decision to have him have a singles run with him too as well, because Ace can't be at every show.
Right. He's definitely gonna be at every show. He's busy, but I think Clayton is definitely ready for for more now. I mean, he's matured a lot in his career, his style. It's just like it's only fitting that, hey, you know what? Let's start giving him a little something. So this is a good way to kind of reintroduce him. Yeah. Your boy Airwolf defeated a debuting Jordan Oliver with his group. What is it? No fucks given. What the hell's his group called?
It was young,
Dumb and broke.
dumb, broke, and fucking stupid.
Dumb, broke, and fucking. It's like very interesting group. They honestly, I watched this. There's a post match promo with them and Sarah Shockey.
They remind me of angry white kids from Waukegan.
Yes, and I watched this promo and I was so angry.
I was like so upset at the promo.
I was like, fuck these kids, man. But then I'm like, oh, wait a minute. That's exactly what I'm supposed to be thinking right now. That's exactly the point.
They just remind me of Waukegan kids. 100%. Like, everybody from Waukegan thinks they're like this badass like group.
Yeah, man. Fucking Waukegan up in this. Like, yeah, shut up. Go to Gurney Mills and buy yourself a pair of pants. Get out of here. Trying to be a tough hard ass. Like, come on. But dude, no, they pissed me off. I was so angry. I was like, man, fuck these little bastards. None of them look like wrestlers. But then I was like, holy shit. This literally is what the point of the whole thing. And that's exactly, I was like, mission accomplished. So, yep. But Airwolf won. That kid is cool, man. Airwolf was definitely on. That kid's cool. I dig Airwolf. He works hard. He's humble.
You actually posted my favorite picture of him that I took that weekend.
Yeah, it was Airwolf on AAW social media. It was Airwolf Day today. But I love the photo. It was a good photo, and I'm like, it's time we gotta shine some of the younger guys. I mean, it's time for the young guys to get their moments now because that other generation's moving on, doing their thing. These young guys are fighting for a spot, so we gotta give them their time. Like let people get to know who they are and kind of learn about them and whatnot. So I want to start increasing some of the information. I know right now I just kind of put like a caption and tag them, but I'd like to maybe put some stats or something, more of a write-up about these guys on these things just to get people more introduced to these newer talents. So, but dude, Jordan Oliver, where's he from? You know any background on this kid?
Yeah, so he's a current CZW Wired champion, which is like their mid-card title. He's from that Philly, New York area. That's where he wrestles out of a lot. Okay. And he's actually with MLW, and he's in a team with Myron and Snooks. I think Snooks is his name. Snooks. And yeah, they're part of a group called Injustice, where they fight for like proper officiating and stuff like that. And stuff like because they've gotten screwed out. They have heat with referee Doug.
Okay.
So yeah, the whole thing stemmed from Rich Swann getting suspended from MLW. Rich Swann got suspended, and Rich and Myron were like a tag team. Mm-hmm. So Myron started this whole Injustice movement where he would put tape over his mouth, and he's like, "Well, they don't want us to be heard, so why should I speak?"
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and then the group just started expanding. So
you got it. Okay.
Yeah. So you can see him on MLW, CZW. I mean, if you want to watch CZW, but
okay. Side note: what the hell happened at CZW?
I don't care.
I mean, too
many work shoots.
Is it? I was bashing that. Was it Danzig? Right? That's his name. The owner. What the hell's his name?
Oh no, you're. Oh fuck.
Who am I thinking of?
You're thinking of the promoter, Dan.
Yeah. John Danzig?
No, not Danzig.
Hold on. Man?
Now I have to fucking Google this company.
Oh my god, what the hell's that guy's name? But everybody was like dogging him hard this week. I'm like, what the hell did he do?
Was it this weekend?
This past weekend, yeah.
Really?
I guess he said some racist shit. I don't know what he said. He said something crazy, and everybody was like tearing him apart, man.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It didn't even pop up on my feed.
Something happened this weekend. I guess he he said something racist and it
That's
got
not
leaked
shocking.
out. I don't know
I
what it
mean,
was,
all
but
all I know is that um, what is his fucking name? God damn, I'm gonna think of his name. I'm searching it right now.
oh my god, what the fuck? I thought it was Danzig.
Yeah.
John Zandig,
Is
Zandig.
it
DJ Hyde, his other guy? Is that
DJ
his name?
Hyde? That's
DJ
who it is.
Hyde.
DJ Hyde is a complete dumbass.
Okay, yeah, okay. Zandig was the original owner.
Yeah, no, no.
DJ Hyde is what I'm thinking of. Okay.
Dude,
Yeah.
they've tried to do so many work shoots over the
But
past couple years.
but I need to know something happened with this motherfucker this weekend. And I was like, what?
Let me do another search because DJ always does stupid shit.
Idiots. But anyway, while you're looking that up, we'll keep moving on match wise. Kimber Lee, Allysin Kay. That's my girl,
Ooh,
Allysin
there's a
Kay.
Facebook post from DJ. Oh, never mind. It's not cool.
All right. I'm gonna take this moment to
Hey,
recognize
it's
Allysin Kay.
Allysin Kay is awesome. I actually posted a really good picture of her too. She has good facial expressions.
She does. She's one of those. I love that she's a throwback in many ways. She really works on her facial expressions. Her look. She knows where to hit the cues and everything. So she's very very good. Kimberly beat her 10 minutes. It was a pretty long match though for what it was. It went a long time. It felt like they were feeling each other out for a while before they settled in. I assume they've worked together before at some point, but I feel like it took them almost 3 4 minutes to really kind of settle into something. And but once they got going, I think it was really cool. Allison's just solid, man. She's a solid performer, pretty reserved. Like she doesn't really do too much, but what she does is pretty effective, which I liked about her stuff. And she's a great promo. And I did not get any promos. I didn't produce anything with her this time. I'm not sure if the other team did, but she's great. I would love to make her a regular, but she's just because she's not. I mean, she's with the NWA, but like she's not like signed away to anybody. It's just like, man, she should totally be a regular.
I thought you signed with NWA now.
No, but the NWA is not like demanding like where it's just TV tapings and that's it. They're not doing house shows, so it's
Yeah.
like you have all that time to fill in. I heard, speaking of the NWA, I heard that somebody backstage at that show, they're like, dude, it literally looks like a TNA slash Impact reunion back there. I was like, what? And I saw that roster photo. I'm like, holy shit! Like even like ring crew and like producers. I'm like, what the like? Dude, it's like it's a TNA show. It's so funny. Are you still looking this up? This DJ
No,
Hyde thing.
okay, so this is what it is.
All right.
It's uh wow. Okay,
What?
guys, I don't this is not me saying this. This is me quoting.
Oh God, what is
Oh,
this?
shit.
What is this now? You
Last
heard it here.
rant on this topic. So if your coach told you, and I quote, I don't like black girls, but I would fuck you, end quote. Oh no. I don't like black girls, but I would fuck you. How would you feel?
What?
Apparently, a student at CZW got told that.
Are you serious? By him?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Jesus
Are you
Christ.
serious? This fucking guy, man. So that was the heat.
I
Because
mean, I mean, you were saying it was something racist.
that's what I heard. It was like a racist thing.
You know he
So
called the cops on GCW?
he did? For what?
Yeah. Uh, because they were running a show.
Do that. CZ, I don't know why so many people work CZW. I mean, they have this odd cult following, though.
I don't think so. I don't think it's there anymore. I mean, they started offering free tickets to their shows.
Really.
Yeah.
Time is over now. Everybody has a run, but some big names have worked there predominantly. Like MJF was a CZW guy. Shane Strickland was a CZW guy.
MJF was there before he smartened up.
Yeah, so it was a booking, I guess. But
I mean,
it's crazy to think like how many guys have gone through CZW.
but I mean, if you look, I mean, there was like, if you look at like deathmatch icons right now, Nick Gage and Manser all were in CCW. All left
Yeah.
CCW.
Are they gone? Both of
Oh
them?
yeah, yeah. Manser left. Manser left after Cage of Death last year
Yes.
when he won Cage of Death, and then there was like this tournament thing where every match, if the champion was in it, was a title match. And then Manser like lost in the first round, which was stupid.
I just feel like Mansard doesn't need to be doing title death matches at this stage, man.
Dude,
I,
that's what he loves. I mean,
I
that's his,
know.
it's just Manser.
I know. He loves everything. Like,
I miss Manser though.
where's he been? Poor
I don't
guy.
know. Well, this is a good segue into $10,000 bounty challenge match with Good Brother number three.
The
I don't
fuck is that
appreciate.
guy?
I don't know. Okay, we're not talking about how Cage Match put this, but against Matthew Justice, I'm not gonna even acknowledge it.
Yeah,
It
good. Don't put it up.
Manser and Good Brother number three are not the same person. I'm sorry.
I don't know why everybody assumes that they are. Like, it's so weird. Like, where
Good
are you
Brother
guys even basing this on?
wears suspenders. When have you ever seen Manser with suspenders
Yeah, and a mask.
and a
Fuck.
mask? Manser doesn't wear a mask.
I wasn't wearing masks. I don't know, man. People are assuming way too much. It's weird. But no, man, this Matthew Justice and Good Brother number three, Jesus Christ, there was a spot. Um, it was like a Spanish fly or something off the rope through two chairs and a door that was laying across. I'm like, what the hell happened? Oh my God, it was so brutal. It was
So
so brutal.
yeah, I mean, um, that door spot was the double door spot was insane. That
Insane.
Good Brother went through.
I I mean like it was painful to watch. I mean it was like holy shit. I don't know how you're walking well, barely walking away from that, but man, I don't recommend anyone do that spot because that was so brutal. Poor good brother number three. I haven't heard from him since. He's been gone. He's been gone. I don't know what happened to him after that. He kind of just disappeared. I didn't see an
Um,
ambulance, but he just disappeared. Poor guy, but he won. He beat Matthew Justice. That guy was okay. That guy was all right. He was intense, man. I liked
bro,
him.
that okay. Um, that chair shot that
Oh
he
my
took,
God.
bro, I was about 4 feet away from it, and my head was ringing. Like, I'm not even
I
being
felt that.
sarcastic. I'm not being sarcastic or over exaggerating it. I literally felt it.
It was tough, man. That chair shot hurt my feelings.
Dude, I felt bad for somebody down the street, and I don't even know who I'm referring to.
Down the street. Dude, yeah, it was very, very stiff. Again, this match, the description of it, we can't really do much justice. Like it was just a very, very intense match. I I recommend watching it at your own at with your own safety because it was tough, man. It was a tough match to watch. It
Dude,
definitely hurt.
that chair. Do you know what that chair shot reminded me of?
Balls Mahoney.
No, no, no,
That's
no.
what I thought of.
The Sammy chair shot on Keith Lee at
Oh
United We
God,
Stand 2017.
in Berwyn.
That was Bourbon.
Oh yeah, dude. That one, people didn't forgive us for a long time on that one. I
Well,
can't believe we're doing chair shots like that in 2017. It's like we didn't like put a gun to Sammy's head to make him do that. By the way,
dude, that Keith was supposed to have his hands up.
yeah,
Like
that
that
was
was
a
just
wicked chair shot.
oh my dude, that chair shot because that was when I was still technically from the crowd, but
Hmm.
I had the stage seats, and stage seats at Bourbon are super close.
Yeah, oh yeah,
So I have that angle, and I have pictures of it too, but it's like ingrained in my brain
yeah.
of how bad that chair shot was.
That was intense. That chair shot was very, very intense.
Yeah.
Um,
Wasn't
and
he
that,
like bleeding through the nose because of it?
yeah, dude, it was. He had to have a concussion. There's no doubt that was a concussion chair shot.
Yeah.
He probably never diagnosed it, but that was definitely a concussion because you don't bleed through the fucking nose from a chair shot. like like head trauma doesn't make you bleed through the nose if it's not causing any more problems. But he's all right for now. He's doing okay. Is he still in WWE, NXT, whatever?
Mm-hmm. Him and Dijak have taken their feud from the Indies onto NXT, and they're actually 1-1-1. They've had a no contest, and each of them have won a match. And their last match on it was the second USA show they had. Was very good. Was a very good match. I mean, it's Keith Lee and Dijak, so I mean, it's really hard for those two to have like a bad match. They're like who's a classic pairing that you would say like Sting and Flair.
Yeah, yeah, they
Like
got good chemistry. These two.
they're just those two people that have like perfect chemistry with one another.
Yeah, just meant to work together, kind of thing. Worked out. Good for them.
Yeah.
Good for them. No, it's cool that they took it. Like it's kind of interesting. I love when feuds do that, and they're like, they've worked together on the indies like 100 times, and it's like, yeah, we're gonna do this over here and eventually on TV, or it's
Well,
kind of cool.
it's crazy because it's always happened, but indies have never had such a have had such a light on it where
Yeah.
people notice it.
Well, it's because there's more avenues to watch indies now. I mean, you
So
have all these streaming networks and YouTube and Twitter clips. Like there, at one time, it was impossible to keep up with indies. Now you can watch any indie you want on streaming, like soon after it happens. It's
it,
crazy.
and it's funny because everyone's like, well, why aren't these guys main events? Like, do you remember how people used to be brought up? Like, you come from the indies, you don't go straight to the main event scene.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
like
absolutely. It
it
takes a
that's
long time.
that's how it always like everyone like your indie status doesn't automatically transfer to TV status. Like,
It's
you're,
because of how social media is and how easy it is to like get all this information. You in people's minds, like these guys are already main eventers. Like I've been seeing a main event shows for years, but it's like that's on your personal level, on an independent level, or really. But see, like in our own little worlds, like that's the level people know. They just know they're indie. But
yeah,
to them, it's like, yeah, he's been a main eventer. He was a champ already. What the hell? But it's like, yeah, dude, but only regionally for you. It doesn't matter if you like people in other states probably haven't seen any of this. Like you have to understand, like it's not wide scale until it actually gets to television.
I personally love a slower build for a wrestler than being projected in the main event scene because if they don't get that first win right away, it's like, okay, well, whatever.
Yeah,
Like if you've noticed throughout like history of mainstream wrestling, if you get put in the main event scene right away and
you're done. Like you
lose,
burn out quick.
yeah, you burn out very quick. But like you look at anybody in the Shield. Like, yeah, they're all like everybody engulfs the main event scene now, but they nobody was WWE champion until about 5 years in.
Yeah, you have to. It's got to be a slow build. Otherwise, like it doesn't mean shit. You
No,
go
I
in, then
mean,
you're done. You peak so fast, then what? Then it's like then what?
like Orton. Orton
Or
was a slower build. He had a mid-title run. Cena, same thing.
hmm
I mean, AJ Styles. You build up. You make each title mean more. You build up feuds in between. Then when you get that main title shot, it means something for that person to be champion. I mean, look at Brett and Shawn, Rock, Austin, Triple H.
hmm
None of them were put in the main event scene right away.
Yeah, it has to be. It has to be a slow build. Otherwise, man, it doesn't mean shit. You're
I
gonna,
always prefer a slower build for a wrestler.
yeah, you cannot peak these guys that too quick. Otherwise, it's like you're done. And then you're left wondering, oh, what could have been? It's like, no. But the thing is, nowadays I understand. Promotions get desperate, man. Like the way people get signed up and the way things are moving so fast, like they feel like they have to keep up. It's the only way we can keep up is by, pushing guys to the moon and even TV, like WWE, like push guys to the moon because like, we don't know, we need something that's gonna give us a win. We need that big next star to like take over and be the guy, and so they
But
push everybody to the moon.
But look at like, for example, right now we have Sammy in the main event with Cage going into Bound for Glory.
Hmm.
Sammy's never has Sammy ever wrestled even for the heavyweight championship?
Not yet.
No.
That was what I liked about it. Like he never even had a title shot.
But like Cage, he didn't go straight into the main event title picture.
No, he didn't either.
He
They
worked
built
his
him up.
way up through the X division because it worked with his style. And
Yep.
when he won the title, it meant a lot. But like you have Elgin, don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, he's a main eventer, but I felt like why put him in that situation to lose when I would have rather have had Elgin
Oh, it's
being built
Slammiversary.
up. I would, yeah, I would. I don't feel like for that spot. I feel like Elgin, when he gets the title match, it should have been something for him to win because it's like now he kind of has to be in limbo status because if Cage loses at Bound for Glory, you have the rematches and the rebuttals and all that stuff because he was a champion for a certain amount of time.
I was wondering that was Elgin put in that main because Brian was hurt. Was he the only one they could trust to take care of Brian? You know, like was he
I,
the only one who could have
no,
gotten a decent match out of it?
I don't think so because um he attacked Brian at Rebellion and I think that was the plan.
Oh, that's right. That's right. He did.
He attacked Brian
Yeah.
at Rebellion. So that's what I'm saying. Like, don't put people in the title picture right away.
Hmm.
You have a roster. You build up that roster. That's the issue. Everybody looks for that quick pop, but
Yeah.
then when it doesn't happen, it's like, well, you just demoted everybody else on your roster.
Yeah. Agreed. Let's go back to the.
Okay.
We went really
We always
off
we
topic.
always went off topic.
A
Uh,
AAW
go-
number one contender match, four way. Why don't you list this off?
we got Ace Romero against Kurt Stallion against Joey Lynch and Paco.
Go. Winner Ace Romero on this one. Quick match though, was not long enough for a contenders match. I feel these guys they went quick. They got to the point fast
I
on this one.
mean, I think the match before kind of went along.
Yeah, I just think like these guys. I mean, they're all very dynamic. All these guys. So I think it just went quick. Like they were just off to get nobody's worried about getting their shit in. I was
But
like,
everybody did get their shit in. That's the thing.
yeah, that's the thing. You're right though. Everybody still got their shit in, but it was so like nonstop.
Joey did a moonsault from the out, like from the top rope to the outside onto like I think Ace was like his body was like across or somebody's body was across the ring apron and the barricade.
King of the Moonsault, man. That's the Joey Lynch. I'm glad he's becoming a regular though. I like Joey Lynch
Good. He needs to be a regular. Joey,
somewhere. You know, like glad we're tapping into that because he's great for
he's
people.
fantastic.
I was like, how has no
And
one?
he has a fantastic attitude.
Yeah, and I was like, how has no one scooped this guy up, man? But he's great. And
Dude,
no, he's
Joey Lynch
humble.
in the X division.
I That's what I'm saying. I cannot believe this dude hasn't been scooped up. He's so good. Like
Very
how is
good.
it that no TV has taken this guy yet?
I don't know.
It's like, and I get it. There's a ton of those where people are like, oh, you know, why isn't this guy signed? I understand, but this guy, like, he's got the look too. That's the thing. It's not just like he's a good wrestler. Like, dude, this guy's got a cool look. It could be. I haven't heard him cut a promo, but that could be part of it. Maybe he's not the best promo, but still, at the same time, you can those things you can develop as well. Yeah, give him a chance.
Yeah.
So I think he's a very very good addition to the roster. But AC Baby's your new number one contender.
Yeah.
Fitting, fitting. I
Good
think it's
stuff.
people are
Good
ready for
stuff.
Ace.
Well, it wasn't even it okay, this wasn't a heavyweight title number one contenders match.
That's right. That's right.
This was a title of your choosing. But let's be honest, why would you choose anything else besides the heavyweight championship?
Well, yeah. I mean, we don't have much else
I
to
mean, we have
choose
the
from.
Heritage Championship.
Right. We have Heritage. We have Women's Tag, and that's it. So, depends who won it. I imagine, if like Kurt. would have been interesting if Kurt won. I assume he would go after the Heritage Belt, kind of like how he
Why?
hinted at it. Well, he hinted at it in
He
that
hinted.
the pre-match promo. He's like, "Oh, maybe I'll come after your title." Yeah, just it's like to prove a point.
Yeah.
So it's something Kurt would do. It's like, I don't need no motherfucking heavyweight title. You know, like, so he'd say some shit like that and go after the Heritage Belt just because it's
Uh,
Kurt.
well, I'm gonna let you take the lead on this next match.
Okay. So Karam and Myron Reed. Karam is, as we all know, Karam Alam, I believe. He just goes by Karam for us. One of the new prodigies in wrestling. 23 years old. The guy is got the perfect look, body, you name it. He's fantastic. Uh, Mid-match, we get an interruption with Hakeem Zayn comes out and starts jumping Myron. Starts beating Myron, DQ, boos all around. Comes in there, beat the shit out of Myron. And the big reveal, Hakeem goes into the bag and he pulls out the mask and reveals himself to be the mystery man with the videos that we've been receiving at AAW and being on our social media, the ones that are very, very shoot promo-ish, forced to play a lot of truth, a lot of harsh realities being said in those promos. And he proceeds to cut one of the most wicked promos in AAW history and especially live history. Tears everybody apart. Karam jumps on. Paco tries to come in and help his boy Myron. He gets dealt for his troubles.
I don't know what Paco was thinking.
He was limping out there too because he's kind of beat up in his last match. Myron tries getting back and they beat him down. I mean, it was a brutal promo, man. It was interesting. Now, from a production point of view, I think a lot of people pulled the mask out. It was lit. I really feel like it should have been a darkened room. It should have been a darkened room so you could see the mask.
So this is something that I wanted to actually talk about, and me and you actually haven't talked about this part.
All right.
So this is kind of why. Okay, we're gonna lead into why we were on a break. Um,
All
I'm
right.
straight. This is the one thing that I did get aggravated about. I went to um I went to the balcony to get the reveal because I thought he was gonna show up in the middle of the ring. Paco or whatchamacallit, Myron was gonna be completely destroyed
Mm-hmm.
and he was gonna have the mask on. That's what I thought. And then he was gonna take off the mask while the lights were still off and have the mask like hanging and then have the lights go on.
And it
That's what I
was
thought. And
right.
if I had input on this, I would have 100% suggested that because the way how it was told to me is that that's how it was going to happen. Like there was going to be a lights off type thing. And I was really disappointed that there wasn't.
Now I'll tell you this, without giving too much away, but like there definitely was. I was in favor of lights off. To me, it's a lit mask. My thing was the lights need to be off to shine the mask, basically. You know what I mean? Like you, my idea was even if it was so there was a lot of talk around we go with a backwards reveal because everybody always pulls masks off. Papa putting the mask on. I said, great. The light should snap off. Then the mask lights up. He puts it on. Lights come back on. He's wearing it, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
That
Like,
that that could have worked as well. Like
and
I was anything with the lights off,
yes, it's a light up mask,
the mask being pulled out already lit didn't do anything.
and that's why I felt the initial and see you also have to account for this. Not everybody in the crowd is watching social media promos. You know what I mean? Not everybody in the crowd has seen the promos. That's why it's like the lights off would have been the better idea because it's like at least whether you've seen the promos or not, it's something mysterious. It's like what the hell is that? But pulling it out when it's lights on, and again, this was, I mean, peeling the curtain back a little bit. There's decision makers who who make decisions and decide things that they want to go with. And it's like, all right, we have to follow that rule. But yeah, I was more in favor of the other that we're talking about. Regardless of that, the what really sent that home, because it was done. So like you had the initial, like everybody's like, what the hell's going on? Because there was half the crowd who, if you listen to the reaction, there is that half that knows exactly what it is. And like, oh shit. There's the other half who doesn't know what. There's the other part that doesn't know what it is. And then there's like that. There's that little sect that's like, wait, is that That's it? So because he knew, like, the idea was he knew there's gonna be some people who are like, wait, it's that guy, and that's the idea. But when he cut the promo, I felt he got them all in his right in the palm of his hands. And that's been released now. If you guys want to watch it, it is on AAW social media. It's an IWTV or Instagram TV. So take a look at that. Because to me, there was a part in the promo where he essentially like pulled them all in to say like, yeah, you know what? It's not who you wanted it to be, but I'm going to give you what you need. And he starts going off. I just remember I was filming it from the crowd on my phone, and everybody around me and when he starts spitting all that truth out, everybody around me was like, holy shit, this dude can talk. That's my guy. That's my guy. Like, there was this buzz of when it went from like confusion to people coming around on it. And it was like, what the fuck? This, like, that dude can cut promos. And at the end of it, like, he had him at the end. It was like right when he hit him with a very explicit line at the end, and they all took to it, and it was nuts. It was
Suck
pretty
my
nuts.
dick.
Yeah, just like, hey, like, you could suck my dick, and I was like, what? And then after, suck his dick. So I was like, come on.
Yeah.
But it was pretty intense. It was a very, very good promo. The story doesn't end. There's a lot to go. Myron and him have been announced for November 30th. I'm sorry if I'm messing the date up. They've been announced for Unstoppable already. It's going to be some Myron's going for his revenge on this. It is to date the most viewed, the series of videos, the series of Mystery Man videos, the most viewed media in AAW history. So it's fantastic.
Nice.
It's absolutely fantastic. So it's creativity. It's something that there's a lot of truth behind it, and it's not done. It's absolutely not done. There's a lot to go. There's a lot of story. I mean, the thing is, you need to keep an eye, because I said this analogy, and I was talking to Nate, our buddy, our free Nate Speckman, about this. People were so obsessed with trying to figure out who it was. Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Oh, I know who it is. Some people were so sure who it was, this and that. And I said, it's funny how wrestling fans are now. I was like, everybody wants to watch the season finale before they go watch the pilot. They want to see if, like, hey, does it end well? Oh, it does? Okay, cool. Maybe I'll go back and watch it. I'm like, where does that ever happen? Why do you want to watch the finale before you watch the pilot? Like, go along for the ride. Enjoy the ride. Have fun with the build and the ride and like where this is taking you, because it's not over now. Now you know who it is, but now you don't know where it's going. What was the reason behind all this? There's a lot to go. Like, you have to enjoy story. People, we live in what I call the Snapchat generation. 10-second attention spans. That's it. So you need to
Wait, what were you saying? No, messing.
But you know what I mean? Like, people need to just go along for the ride. That's the
People,
fun part of
people
wrestling.
want the result. Like, I was actually having a conversation on Twitter about this yesterday, where people knowing the ending, like, people want to know, like, with spoilers we were talking about.
Yeah.
It's like, why do you want to know the spoilers? Like, you're missing the promos, you're missing the match. If you read
Everything.
if you read it, you're missing out. And I'm like, you can apply this to movies, TVs, and sports. And somebody chimed in, they're like, no, I can still appreciate it. I'm like, yeah, you can appreciate the writing, but that's all you're appreciating. You're not, if, for example, this is the best example I just use. I always say, I'm like, if you knew what happened to Walter White before you started episode 1 of Breaking Bad, all that anxiety, anxiousness, the thoughts, the creativity that goes in your mind, the imagination is not there. You
That's
miss
what I'm
out
saying.
on
Yeah.
it. You
Like,
you sure you can appreciate how well written the show is and what happens, but you don't have that fear, which I feel like a lot of this generation, I feel like it's part of my generation and especially the generation younger than me,
oh, for sure.
um, doesn't like to feel. They don't want to feel that uneasy unknowingness.
You know what it is? They're all scared of being let down. They're all scared of being disappointed. It's like, don't worry about it.
And I feel like that's like a risk you need to take.
In anything in life, you have to take the risk. Like I said earlier, they all want to watch the season finale before the pilot. Like that's so dumb. You can't. That's not how life works. You're not. You can't be told how you're gonna die and then be like, all right, well, go out and live now. It's like that's not how it works. You live with complete hesitation your whole life. You
And
know.
I feel like when you take that out, it's like you know you're disabling, or you're like not disabling, but like you're removing that that development within yourself
Right.
to be able to handle real life situations. If you can't handle like a fake, like predetermined or written shows, anxieties and shit like that, how are you gonna handle real life?
That's what I'm saying. And like they all were so obsessed with knowing this. And it's like, why don't you guys just enjoy it? And the people who were enjoying it, I loved it. I was like, oh, it's so cool to watch the people who are calm. They're like, this is so cool. Like they didn't care who it was because they got taken for the ride, and they liked in 2019. If you can still get taken for a ride in wrestling in an age where everything is exposed, people, man, some people really appreciate that. I appreciate that. That shit's cool. So go with it, have a good time, like have fun with it. Like I said, it's not over. There's more of that to come. So just enjoy that. But I tell you, man, it was cool. Like a lot of nerves, a lot of story built up to that, and a lot coming out of there. It's so much. I can't even emphasize how much like you've only been told one part of the story. That's it. Like only one part of the story has been put out, and he's got his truth. It's like he's still got to. Now he told you who he is. It's like now you got to wait and see what the hell he wanted it for. You know what I mean? Just enjoy that ride. Well, that being said, Karam is phenomenal. Let's put that out there. That kid's got future.
He's
Huge.
amazing.
He's got a great attitude. Honest to God, if you see him at a show, go talk to him. That dude is so cool, and he's such a good dude, man. He's like so talented. Can talk. He's got a great voice, look. Future of the business, no doubt, no doubt. Take the next one, bro.
We've got Fatu up against Darby Allin in his final Indies match. This was his final Indie match before he went off into the AEW sunset.
That's it. That was it, huh? So
This was a fantastic match.
not a
10
long
minutes.
match.
It's 10
Yeah,
minutes.
10 minutes. Yeah.
I mean, Darby Allin hit the sick coffin drop on the outside.
Which you have a photo of. Sick
Yeah.
photo.
I was very happy to catch that.
Yeah, you're in a good spot.
Yeah.
Caught that perfect
I
spot.
felt so Watson actually texted me after I posted the photo. He goes, "Dude, if you look, because I there's so much stuff in the background. Sam raises his hand up right in front of Watson's camera, and I was just
Ah.
like, and I hated that because me and Watson like to get the same picture from
Why?
different angles. Not
Oh,
only do we get it from different angles, but we shoot so differently
so
that
he
it's
got
like it's
blocked.
yeah. And I was like, and I'm looking, and I'm like, oh my God, like because Sam is reacting, and his hand is literally immediately over Watson's camera, and I was like, fuck, because I
uh,
was hoping he was gonna have a picture of that.
of the other
'Cause
side.
we always post the same. Like if one person posts, like we won't post it on our social media. We'll just private message it to each other. We'll
Hmm.
post the same angle, like or we'll post a different angle of the same image.
Yeah.
So,
Well, you got yours.
yeah. But no, I was very happy to get that. Because I didn't think I was gonna be able to, but it was just like perfect spot. But Fatu got the win out of this.
Fatu
So
took the win. Yep. He basically ran Darby out of the Indies. That was it. But Darby got a nice standing ovation. That was cool. But he was not. He didn't have a long run with us. What, 2 years, year and a half,
it
maybe
was
not.
like 2 years, but it was like
Sporadic as hell. Wasn't
yeah, it
consistent.
was kind of like how Shane Strickland was kind of with us.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
was
for
like
sure.
like you would say if you see a Darby, you're like, okay, cool. That's like it was one of his promotions. It wasn't his home promotion or anything like that, but like you see Darby in AAW, you're like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. He's one of the top indie guys, so it made sense to have him. But we go next year, women's title match. Was it like now I missed part of it. Was Jess doing an open challenge? Was that how Holly Cromwell got selected here?
No, I mean, I think maybe because I don't know anything about this person.
She's a total rookie. I'm talking like months
Super
in.
rookie, and like you can see it, like just everything was very green. I personally like I mean, I get it for what it set it up into. It
Yeah,
made sense, but like if I was a fan on the outside, I'm like, okay, cool, Jess is gonna win.
of
And she
course.
did. She won really fast in 2 minutes.
2 minutes,
And
and then
then it led to Jimmy Havoc coming out, telling her to get out of the ring.
Jacobs not having.
Oh wow, 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 wow. Jimmy Jacobs.
Jacobs.
It's okay. Nate's gonna yell at me tomorrow for that. And
God damn it.
everyone's gonna yell at me tomorrow for that. And I never do that either. That's really bad.
Nate likes to yell at you though.
Whatever.
He's a mean guy.
He's a meanie.
He's a
He's the
mean
heel. He's
dude.
the real heel of the group.
Telling you, man. That baby face assassin is what I call
Could be.
him. He's a real mean guy.
Do you know what? I was looking at Jessica Havoc's last name, and then I was thinking of Jimmy Jacobs. That's
Yeah.
probably honestly that's probably what happened.
All
'Cause
right. Come
I'm
on,
reading.
Nate. Give him a pass.
Give me a pass on this. But so Jimmy Jacobs comes out, cuts a promo, tells her to get out of the ring, and then Josh Briggs also comes in and tries to intimidate Jess a little bit more, and then Chris Statlander comes out, gets right in Josh's face, and was like, "What up, bro?" They're like,
Yeah.
and Jimmy
Statlander's
and
cool.
Josh are like, "Nah." They start leaving, and then they call him a bitch.
And then we got a tag match.
They
Havoc and
did.
Stat. Jimmy Jacobs and Josh Briggs. And the women win.
The women won.
Yeah.
It was good.
They won it. I don't have timings on this one, but how long was this match?
I think it was pretty long. I think it was like 12 minutes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It was a decent sized match.
Yeah. Didn't expect the women to take this one, but they did. Um, Josh Briggs, what is he missing? What is he missing? There's something
He's
about this
missing
guy.
he's missing consist he needs I feel like he needs like a promo or something.
He doesn't look confident to me out there. Like he always looks like he's deer in headlights. What
Well,
is
I
it?
mean, I just think it's weird because I mean, now he's worked in the same building a few times, but the thing is, he's a heel in Chicago. In Evolve, he's like a huge baby face. He doesn't play the heel too often, and I think that's the issue.
I think that's the problem. I think he's uncomfortable being a heel
He's
deep
he's a
down.
natural baby face.
And that's what it's going to have to come down to. I think he does not have a heel, a natural. Some guys are like Jimmy Jacobs is a natural heel.
Yeah, Jimmy's a much better heel than a face. Like when I
Yeah,
see Jimmy
yeah,
all nice on Impact, I'm just like, why?
right. And I, and
Like,
in his role, I guess it makes sense. But he's a natural heel. Like you still like you see him in Impact. You're like, I still want to kind of I still you're a heel. I want to punch you in the face.
yeah.
Like you have that face that just screams heel. Briggs has like a crusader look. Like he could be a hero. He's a big, strong kind of hero, but I don't know if he could talk. I don't know. I've never heard a solid promo. I just need something more. He needs more out of him.
He actually did when he was injured with his hip injury. He did commentary um on Beyond Uncharted Territory. Pretty decent at that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
He's got to do something. He's got to do
but he
something.
played a face there. He plays a
Yeah.
face commentator.
He's got to go that route, man. Got to go that route. We'll
So
see. I don't know what they got planned for him, but we'll see. But next one, Heritage title match. This one went long.
this is a
Jake,
very long match.
Jake something and David Starr, 21 minutes. Jake,
22 almost.
it's almost 22. Jake retains. Dude, that's a long ass match. Um,
That was the
what
longest on the card.
it was the longest match, but longer than the main event. What would you say? Like, I mean, it was a definitely a story build match, but it was like, man, they threw everything at each other. This was intense. You probably saw more of it than I did.
Stallion got involved. Because the match should have ended probably about 3-4 minutes earlier, but Stallion gets involved, pulls the ref out before he can make the 3 count because David had Jake pinned.
Yeah, he did. So then there was all that. So yeah, you're right. There was like 4 or 5 minutes of it
And then there
was that whole
there was,
mess.
yeah, it was them like fighting over the belt because Jake brought the belt into the match. And then David used the belt on Jake when the ref wasn't looking because the ref was distracted with Stallion. So Stallion pulls the ref out during the count, and
Yeah, that was
then Jake ends up getting the win.
yeah, dude. That's probably Jake's longest matches I've ever seen.
Yeah, I think so because yeah, none of his Impact matches have been that long,
Yeah, not even, not even.
and he's always in tag matches. I mean, he does singles matches every once in a while, but they're not that long.
No, the longest I saw from Jake previously was in Philly. He fought that wrecking ball guy. Remember that in Philly? It was for Explosion.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Remember
yeah,
that?
yeah.
That was a long match. I remember thinking,
That was like 10 minutes, I would say though.
yeah, I remember thinking at the time, like, man, it was a long ass match. Like, this is a damn long match for Jake. Um, but that was probably the longest I'd seen Jake before. Now it's like, holy shit, 21 minutes? That's a long fucking match. But definitely good. I mean, Jake needs those matches. I mean, he's future man. Like that dude's a leader, you know? Like he's gonna have more of those types of matches. So it's gonna just keep increasing for him for sure. But it brings us so he's still Heritage Champion. Now it's like he eliminated David. Now it's like where to now? Where do we go?
I mean, and then we have Ace set up against the champion, so it's like
Yes.
because
So this
we have Sammy Callahan up against Josh Alexander for the heavyweight championship. This was a brutal back and forth match. I mean, Sammy hit I don't know how many pile drivers.
dude, yeah. I
Hit
don't
like
even
two or
know.
three, I think.
Three, I would say. I would say.
And but Josh ends up getting the win with the ankle lock.
Yeah, Josh, you got a tap out on this one, huh? That's
That's
interesting.
how he won the tournament too, was with the tap out.
New champion, two-time champ, Josh Alexander.
New
Huge.
champ?
He jumped the gun, took the title match now instead of at the Windy City Classic. So now the question is, what do we do at the Windy City Classic? Where do
I
we
don't
go?
know. I mean, we got to see what happens with Ace and Josh. I mean, is Josh a transitional champion? I highly doubt it.
Well, does
But
Ace take the
Ace
title
is
shot in November to take it the Classic? What do you do with Ace?
no, he's taking it in November.
Take it in November, so you already have your title shot.
Yeah, that's at
Uh,
November at
the,
Unstoppable.
the thing is, whoever comes out of that one with the title, what do you do at the Windy City Classic? Who is the challenger that's earned a spot there?
I mean, do you put Hakeem in that spot? Do you? I mean,
I don't know.
I mean, let's take a look. I mean, good brother number three has been on a roll.
Actually, he has. His win-loss record is pretty decent.
I mean, 3-0 right now, sir.
I mean,
3-0.
he's doing okay, for a new
Uh,
guy.
I mean, you got Ace Romero, obviously, right now. So who knows if he's the champion then?
Yep.
You have Hakeem, who could get this potential win over Myron.
Hmm.
probably wants to put himself right in that title picture.
Yep.
We have Fatu, who's been nearly indestructible.
True.
I mean, we even
Fatu
have
is,
Jessica Havoc, who could hold both titles at the same time.
and I'm not opposed to this. This sounds weird, but I'm not opposed to having a woman challenge for the title. If obviously if it makes sense.
Has there ever been in any company ever
No,
where a woman has held both top titles?
no, that's the thing. It's never happened.
The closest thing right now would is Becky Lynch holding both women's championships
Right. That's the
for
closest thing.
WWE, but like there's never been a woman who's held the women's championship and the men's heavyweight championship.
Right. And that's it does create a little odd conflict if you do that.
You got to work twice in a night.
Yeah, but what do you do? Like, does how do you lose one and not the other? It creates an odd conflict though. I mean, how do you book? I mean, it's happened where some guys have held two singles titles. Like, which one do you have them lose? They have to give one up.
I always
It's
think it's
weird.
smarter when you lose the second match. Like I hate it. Like WWE recently did it where it was like Rollins and Strowman against Rude and Ziggler, and they lost like the tag match. That was like the first match of the night. And
Hmm.
then Rollins beats Strowman like 3 hours later because they had to face each other for the Universal Championship.
Oh,
But it's
yeah.
like it would make sense to lose the second match because you've already had a match earlier that night.
Right, right.
So then it's like, what would be the play? It's like, which match do I want first then?
True. It's got to be booked smart. You got to plan it smart because otherwise, you fuck that up, people will shit on it quick, super quick.
And then you also
So,
have Jake who has a very strong uh a very strong case to go for the heavyweight championship.
that's true. I mean, Jake is on a complete roll being the heritage title holder. So, a lot of directions, man. You can go in a lot of places right now. It's
So
for the first time in a long time. There are multiple valid contenders for the title, which is where any company, I don't care who it is, every company should have that. That you should have three guys at all time ready to go for the belt, and that's I think the company that does it best, and I feel like they've always done it best, has been Impact. Unbiased speaking, I feel like they've always had a thing where like they've always had guys ready to roll at all times. Anybody can be inserted in and out. One thing AAW is is getting stronger at is that, but it's like you need that. You need that because like you got to be building people in parallel constantly. It's got to because someone can go down with an injury, someone can cancel, someone can get signed. You got to be ready. You got to be ready with the next person in line. That's why I'm not opposed to being a woman too. If it makes sense, why not? You know, I mean, we're in a state of like, it is if stories make sense, like the way they're doing tests and things like that. Like if things make sense, you can make them work, but they cannot be idiotic. They got to be within. They got to have reason, logic. They have to have proper story built into it. We'll see. We'll see what AAW's got planned. Not sure yet. Not sure,
no,
but
no.
I don't know. But that was 2019's defining moment, guys, in the books. October's off. We had nothing in October. It's busy enough. I mean, Bound for
We
Glory,
got a
all the.
busy October,
Oh
sir.
yeah, we got a lot going on. So, Bound for Glory weekend is going to keep us busy enough. But AAW is off. You have freelance stuff you've done. I mean, there's a ton of shit happening in October. So, no shortage of busyness in
Nope.
that.
I mean, I'm on TV pretty much all October with Impact from all the
Las
Vegas
Vegas.
tapings.
Yeah.
There's countless shows. I mean, I think I've only got 4 shows left for the rest of this month if I'm not mistaken.
Well, three Impact, and then
Three, no, there's 4 shows. There's 4 shows left this month. There is 4 shows left this month.
there you go.
There's um I have Impact on the
Mhm.
18th, 19th, 20th, and then Freelance Wrestling is on the 25th, and then Freelance Underground is on the 26th. So I
Yeah,
have
you're busy.
five more bookings left for the rest of the month. Which this is my first weekend off this upcoming weekend without a show since August 10th.
Jesus.
Yeah, dude, I am very excited not to have a show this weekend.
Just relax, man. You earn some relaxation time. So, in the meantime, tell people where they can find you. Let these people go. Let them absorb all this. Where can they find you in the meantime? Let's get some plugs.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at BZ. That's a B, two E's, four Z's, and a Y. And you can find all my photos at basilmahmud.com. That's BASILMAHMUD.com. Where could they find you, Trent?
You can find me at Vanilla Joke on Instagram and Twitter, and Hemi Music on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Hemi Music, HEMIMUSIC. Look us up. We'll be performing at Impact Wrestling's All Glory on the 19th. So come take a look at that. It's the big indie showcase that Impact Wrestling is hosting with Warriors, Zello, Wrestling Revolver, goddamn, Black Label Pro, Gali Lucha. I think that's it, right? I think that's everything.
Yeah, I mean, there's a
Yep.
lot.
And us, we're performing a couple songs there, so we'll be part of the big party. Come take a look. So you guys can follow me there. You can also follow the show at the BSB Show on Twitter and Facebook. But Instagram, is that ready? Because we had a week off. You had some time to do that.
I was busy editing
Yeah, editing. Okay,
next week.
so next week it is. Next week we're gonna be back before the end of the year. We got the year is coming to a close. Hoping we're gonna get that Instagram before the end of the year, folks. We're trying. We're trying, but next week it is. Remember, also, guys, you can find this show wherever podcasts are found: Apple, iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, Google Play, Spotify, Player.fm. You name it, we're on it. Look up the Backstage Boys podcast. Rate, review, subscribe. Get a hold of us. Let us know what you think of the show. Remember, also on YouTube, Basil, I got the YouTube report. Our YouTube numbers went up amazingly last month. So people are jumping on the YouTube bandwagon for the Backstage Boys podcast.
Good, let's monetize it.
Let's monetize. We need more, guys.
We need
Guys,
we need to actually make money from this.
just keep hitting replay, guys, and we'll make some money. But go ahead and subscribe to us, the Backstage Boys podcast on YouTube. Remember, the show drops there about half a day early than it does on the RSS feeds. So if you're a night owl, you get it first. So check it out. We are also available on what else?
Everything in the
Everything.
world.
Pretty much everything. We're on it all, guys. Give us a follow, like, you name it. Connect with us. We love being connected. Give us your feedback on our personal Twitter pages, show Twitter page, whatever it is. But that's going to do it. Episode 48 in the books. We're almost coming up on 52 weeks worth of shows, Basil, the year's worth. Almost there. A couple more weeks. We'll hit it soon. Almost. All right, guys. That's going to do it for us. Thanks for hanging with us. That was Defining Moment. This is the Backstage Boys podcast, and we'll talk to you next week.
Bye.